Belgium is bordered by the Netherlands to the north, Germany to the east, Luxembourg to the southeast, France to the south, and the North Sea to the northwest. The cultural divide between Germanic and Romance speakers runs through the middle of Belgium. Dutch Flemish dialect is spoken in 58% of the Belgian regions, and French is spoken in 41% of the southern regions, such as Wallonia, and in the capital region Brussels both languages are common in government institutions. Less than 1% of Belgians are German-speaking and live in the east of the country. Friends, please subscribe to your channel and be sure to hit the bell and like it. If you like this type of video, share the channel so that it can be monetized sooner. We currently have very few subscribers. Please subscribe soon and be sure to help us with this work. Thank you to all of you kind people. The name Belgium comes from the Latin name for most of the northern part of the Gaulish region, Gallia Belgica. This Latin name itself comes from a group of Celtic tribes called the Belgae. Historically, Belgium was part of the Low Countries, which also included the Netherlands and Luxembourg, and once covered a larger area than the present-day Benelux countries. Belgium was a thriving commercial and cultural center from the late Middle Ages to the 17th century. From the 16th century until the Belgian Revolution of 1830 and the country's separation from the Netherlands, Belgium was the site of many wars between European powers, earning it the nickname, the Battlefield of Europe. More recently, Belgium has been a prominent member of the European Union and hosts a number of EU institutions and international organizations, including NATO. Belgium joined the United Nations on December 28, 1945. Belgium participated in the Industrial Revolution, and during the 20th century was the owner of the Belgian colonial empire in Africa. Between 1885 and 1908, the Congo Free State, which was privately owned by Leopold II, witnessed widespread atrocities and disease. Amidst public outcry in Europe, Belgium annexed the territory as a colony. The Belgian colonial empire gained independence between 1960 and 1962. The second half of the 20th century saw increasing tensions between Dutch-speaking and French-speaking citizens, exacerbated by differences in language and culture and the unequal economic development of Flanders and Wallonia. Continued hostility led to far-reaching government reforms, which led to the country's transition from a unitary to a federal government between 1970 and 1993. Despite these reforms, tensions between these groups remain, and may have increased. There is considerable separatism, especially among the Flemish. There are controversial language laws such as those governing municipalities, and it took 18 months to form a coalition government after the June 2010 elections, a world record. Unemployment in Wallonia is more than double that of Flanders, which has seen rapid growth since World War II. Over 2,000 years ago, the area now known as Belgium was densely populated and saw much cultural and political tension. The first documented popular movement was the conquest of the region by the Roman Republic and its famous consul Julius Caesar in the 1st century BC, which continued until the 5th century by the Germanic Franks. During the 5th century, the Franks established the Merovingian kingdom, which became the Carolingian kingdom in the 8th century. During the Middle Ages, the Frankish lands were divided into several small feudal states. Belgium covers an area of 30,689 square kilometers, 11,787 square miles. It shares borders with France, 620 kilometers, Germany, 167 kilometers, Luxembourg, 148 kilometers, and the Netherlands, 450 kilometers. Belgium has three main geographical regions: the coastal plain in the northwest, the Central Plateau, and the Ardennes Mountains in the southeast. The coastal plain consists mainly of dunes and polders, land drained by the sea. Lowlands are areas of land near or below sea level that are left by the sea, or more inland areas drained by canals and protected by dikes. The second geographical region is the land that is located further inland. It is a rolling region, encompassing fertile valleys and watered by numerous drainages. Here one can also find more difficult terrain, including caves and small gorges. Belgium covers an area of 30,689 square kilometers, 11,787 square miles. It shares borders with France 620 kilometers, Germany 167 kilometers, Luxembourg 148 kilometers, and the Netherlands 450 kilometers. Belgium has three main geographical regions: the coastal plain in the northwest, the Central Plateau, and the Ardennes Mountains in the southeast. The coastal plain consists mainly of dunes and polders, land drained by the sea. The coastal lowlands are areas of land near or below sea level that are left by the sea, or more inland areas that are drained by canals and protected by embankments. The second geographical region is the land that is located in the more remote areas. This is a rolling region that includes fertile valleys and is irrigated by numerous drainages. Here, you can also find more difficult terrain, including caves and small gorges. The third geographical region, called the Ardennes, is more rugged than the first two. It is a mass of forested plains, very rocky and unsuitable for agriculture, with deep valleys that extend westward into France. Here, many examples of Belgian wildlife can be found. The highest point in Belgium, the Signal de Boutrange, at 694 meters (2,277 feet), is located in this region. Belgium has an oceanic climate, with high rainfall in all seasons. Köppen climate classification system. The average temperature is 3 degrees Celsius in January, and 18 degrees Celsius in July, and the average rainfall varies from 54 mm in February and April to 78 mm in July. Belgium is located in the Atlantic mixed forests and Western European broad-leaved forests ecological zone, according to the Worldwide Fund for Nature. Due to its high population density and location in the center of Western Europe, Belgium faces significant environmental problems. A 2003 report stated that the water quality of Belgian rivers is among the lowest in Europe, and is at the bottom of the list of 122 countries studied. %98 of the adult population is literate. Education is compulsory from the ages of 6 to 18, but many Belgians continue their education until the age of around 23. In 1999, Belgium had the third highest literacy rate among OECD countries among 18 to 21-year-olds, who made up 42% of the population. However, in recent years, there has been a growing interest in vocational literacy. In the period 1994-1998, 18.4% of the population lacked vocational literacy skills. Given that the Belgian education system has always reflected the historical political struggles between Catholic and liberal sectors, it is divided within each minority into a secular branch controlled by the same minority, provinces, or municipalities, and charitable denominations, mostly Catholic, under the control of religious and minority authorities, often diocesan. However, it should be noted that, at least for Catholic schools, religious authorities have very limited power in these schools. Belgium, densely populated, is located in the heart of one of the world's most important industrial regions. Currently, the Belgian economy is largely service-based, with a dynamic dual-sector nature, with the Flemish region, with Brussels as its multi-ethnic and multilingual center, and one of the highest-ranking members of the European Union, and the Walloon economy, which lags behind by a quarter in terms of GDP. Belgium was the first continental European country to undergo the Industrial Revolution in the early 1800s. The cities of Liège and Charleroi developed rapidly in the mining and steel industries and flourished in the early 20th century. However, in the 1840s, the Flemish textile industry suffered a severe crisis, and Flanders suffered from famine. After World War II, the cities of Ghent and Antwerp experienced rapid development in the chemical and petrochemical industries. The 1973 oil crises and the 1979 oil crisis pushed the economy into a long period of growth. The Belgian steel industry has experienced many economic recessions, which has hindered the economic development of Wallonia.